Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hello, ladies.
That
How was that one?
was pretty good.
Yeah. All right. So we've got rain here. Finally getting rid of the snow and washing off the salt off the roads. But it's now supposed to snow or rain and through the weekend. But we're supposed to actually get 70s this weekend. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Well, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, what about you, Krista?
It's been a little cooler weather for Florida. Oh, sorry. So 70s for April is really great. We're loving it.
Is that not normal down there then?
Oh,
now?
no.
Oh, Hot?
AC's on in February and on. So we actually haven't had our AC on this entire year.
Well,
2 times, maybe, couple times, couple days.
yeah.
But yeah,
I know it was beautiful down there when we were there, though. That's for sure.
yeah. In December.
All right. Deweese, how are you?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah. How is the weather down by you in Mississippi?
The weather is really nice. It's a little cool, but it's very windy.
Okay.
So, but it's nice.
And tell us about your dog real quick.
Well, they had thought he was a diabetic, but now they're thinking he has Cushing's disease, which is some kind of a adrenal gland thing. So they're running some more tests on him. So we still don't know.
All right. Well, we got our fingers crossed for Eugene.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and one more thing. You got a little bit of interesting stuff that's going on with you in the next couple of weeks.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Me?
Where you
Yeah,
going?
yeah, I'm going to Kyle O's if the weather permits next week. And I'm going to get some kiting training on his little machine before I get back up in the air, since I had the crash in December, since
Sweet.
it's been so long.
And the thumb's doing much better? Are you still in
Yeah.
your little
No,
brace?
it's all free.
Oh, nice.
So it's out, and I think I'm ready. So,
Nice.
but
Well,
before I go back in the air, I want to get a little kiting training and try it that way. So if the weather's good, he said I could come, so I'm going to go.
How's Randy's flying going?
Well, he just had surgery on his wrist, so he's not ready. He can't fly yet. So
That's right. I forgot.
down and out.
both of you, lame ducks.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. Everything's falling apart.
All right. So tonight we got a special guest, and we're switching the page a little bit from speed flying paragliding, base jumping, squirrel flying, and we're going to general aviation. And we actually have a gal that's actually going through class right now. So this will be interesting to hear from her. She's a mom of 4, and her name is Misty Hannah. So let's welcome Misty. Hi, Misty.
Hi.
Hi, Misty.
Hello.
Welcome to Girls Just Want to Fly, and thank you for taking the time out to come in with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am a mom of 4 girls, and I work at a dental office. I am an office manager at a dental office. My love for aviation started really early in my life. My dad is a private pilot, and he got his private pilot license when he was 17. So I've been flying with him my whole life, and always loved to fly. He used to prop me up on pillows so I could see out the window when I was little. And I've always loved being in small aircraft, loved to fly, and always wanted my pilot's license, but I got married young, had kids young, and so I never had the time or extra money to pursue getting my license until now. And my 3 older daughters are all out of college, doing their own thing, living on their own. My youngest is a senior in high school, graduating this year. So I am pursuing my dream of getting my pilot's license.
Very nice. So where did your dad take you when you guys would go flying? Just around, or would you guys go vacations, or?
We would just go flying around the area where we lived. Some of my best childhood memories, though, are flight breakfasts, and we would fly in, land in a field, and there would be hundreds of other aircraft, and people would kind of walk around and look at the other planes. Inside the hangar, they would have breakfast, like pancakes and sausage, that kind of thing. If I close my eyes, I can remember the smell of the jet fuel and pancakes. But those are my best childhood memories. I loved going on flight breakfasts with my dad. We just the 2 of us on a Sunday morning or Saturday morning, and that was my favorite thing to do.
Jet fuel and pancakes. What a great combination.
Right?
All right. You got any questions, Krista?
Yes. Do you have any siblings that fly also?
I do. I'm the oldest. I have a sister and 2 brothers. One of my brothers is actually, he has his CFI, he's a certified flight instructor, and he's also he has his commercial rating. Yep. So he's been a pilot for several years, probably about 10 years.
And your daughters, any plans on flying?
Yes, my daughter that is graduating this year is actually going to school to become a pilot. Yeah. She wants to fly either commercial or for a corporate, be a corporate pilot, something along that line. But she's got the aviation bug too.
So on that, how long will her schooling be then?
It's 2 years. And so she'll graduate with an associate's. She'll have her multi-engine rating when she graduates. She plans on, so she'll have her CFI, her certified flight assistant rating. And so she plans on doing some instructing to earn extra money and gain hours, and then she might be transferring down to Southern Illinois University and finishing out her bachelor's degree down there.
Okay.
And they also have a flight program at that school.
Did she ever say, "Hey, Mom, maybe you can go with me"?
No, but
It was a thought.
yeah.
Ah, all right, Deweese.
So you're doing a private pilot license.
Yes.
So how long does it take for you to get your private pilot license?
You know, for me, it's just kind of there's no set time really, just however long it takes for me to get all my hours and everything that I need to do.
What's required as far as the hours
Okay,
go?
so 40 hours of flying, and some of those hours have to be, night flying, and some, just in different areas. But and then I'll have my written. I haven't done the written test yet, which my instructor keeps nudging me. I need to get on that and get that finished. And then once I've got all my hours, then I'll be ready for the check ride. And the check ride is where I'll have, there's an oral portion with the examiner, and then you get in the plane and fly.
And then you solo.
Yes. Well, I've already soloed.
You've already soloed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, where are you at now? So you've done your solo.
Yes, I've done my solo. I am right now currently planning my cross country solo. And so I'm about halfway. I've got about 20 hours ish.
Okay.
So.
All right. And here's Will Fly. Krista?
How does she like those power on stalls?
At first I was terrified of them, but now it's kind of fun.
So explain what that means.
So a power on stall is where so you've got you're going, full throttle, but your angle of attack is such that your wings lose lift. So the plane stalls, and then it kind of goes, it dips down, and then you catch lift again. And
okay.
Sounds scary.
At first it was terrifying. I didn't like it at all. But
how many of those do you have to do?
Well, really just with the examiner, just one.
Just one? Yeah.
But you have to practice them so that you really get a good feel for it, and
right.
Don't overreact.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bill H is one of our paramotorists from Louisiana. He asks if you know about power paragliding, and what do you think about paramotors?
I don't really know that much about it, actually. I just, since Jade approached me about being on the show, I've kind of, Googled it and looked at it a little bit, but I didn't really know that much about it.
If you got a chance to, would you be willing to give it a shot? Give it a ride, like with a tandem?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It looks fun.
So do you know Michelle?
Yes. Hey, Michelle Chumlin, that's my best friend.
So she's ready for you to take her up.
I can't wait. I can't wait to take her up.
You guys are going to go for breakfast and shopping somewhere, I bet. Oh, all right. Let's see. Tell us a little bit about your airport.
Our airport?
Yeah.
So Springfield Airport, KSPI, is a Class C airport. And so it's a fairly busy airport, actually. There's some smaller airports around here that are untowered, and there's like a town close to us, Jacksonville, that I know several people have trained there. And actually, I soloed over at the Jacksonville airport. And so it's untowered. It's not as busy, obviously. But being at a towered airport like Springfield, so from day one, I had to talk to air traffic control. And I think that terrified me more than flying the plane, was having to communicate with air traffic control. I still get a little bit nervous. I mean, I know more now, like what I'm saying, but I'm like, they talk like auctioneers. Like, I look at my instructor and be like, what did he say? Like, what?
I agree. I mean, I was a police dispatcher, and there's nothing that compares to air traffic control.
So now, when I go by myself and I say student solo, they talk really like clearly and slower. So that's kind of nice.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think we were at a airport meeting a month ago, and the gentleman that was putting on some information, he was talking and saying that just tell them if you're not sure which runway to come in at tell them you're a student pilot, and then they'll pretty much walk you through everything.
Yes.
And then
absolutely.
the 20-year veteran pilot said, well, I can't understand them at that airport anyway, so I'm going to tell them I'm a student pilot too.
Very smart.
Let's see. What do we got here? Teresa says, hey, Misty, we're not too far from you. We're just outside of Quincy. You've got PPG pilots all around you. Nice to meet you.
Oh, hi, Teresa.
So you could go catch a ride.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Quincy's really close.
good. That's cool. You'll have to look each other up sometime then.
That would be great.
All right. Do you have a YouTube channel or anything like that? Or are you on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that?
I am on Instagram. I'm not on TikTok, but my daughter is, but I'm not. And Facebook.
Okay. Teresa says, yep, we'll hook up. So there you go.
Great.
Check her out on Facebook. So hopefully Teresa's on there also. Krista? Yep. Okay. Sorry, Louise. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, what kind of a pre-flight do you have to do on those? Well, first of all, you said what kind of plane you fly for training.
Yes.
What kind of pre-flight do you have to do?
Yeah, so I fly a Piper Archer, which is a low wing aircraft. And pre-flight, I have a checklist. You do your walk around the plane. You check the flaps and
You check the fuel
and the rudder. You check the fuel. You sump the fuel. You check the oil. I always look at the belt, where the propeller, just basically like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one printed out, or is one in every plane?
One is in every plane, but I have one printed out that I go off of. I keep a checklist with me I have a checklist for, the pre-flight, checklist for starting up the plane, checklist for taxiing, everything.
Okay. Krista, do you want to take this one?
Sure. Does your husband fly also?
No, he doesn't. He's happy to go up with me once I get my license, but he doesn't have any desire to fly the plane.
So you had a previous experience with your husband and doing what? Air-wise?
Oh, we went skydiving. Mm-hmm.
So to let everybody know about that because that was a pre-show.
What's that?
Tell everybody about your and your husband's
Oh,
skydiving
okay. So
experience.
it was for our anniversary. My husband surprised me with going skydiving. He thought that would be a fun thing to do for our anniversary. And I am terrified of heights, except when I'm flying. It's kind of odd, but I've heard that there are a lot of other pilots that are afraid of heights too. So I don't know. But so the whole way there, we did it out of a little town real close to us called Taylorville. And the whole way there, I was like, I don't know. I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. He's like, well, let's just get there. We'll just, just see what happens. So they give us the whole briefing of everything, and we have to, sign our life away. And, basically if we die, they're not responsible. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And I was like so nervous. I thought I was going to throw up until I got in the airplane. Once I was in the airplane, I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable in the plane. So this is good. And
How'd you feel when they opened the door?
Well, okay, so the plane was had quite a few jumpers in it, and some of the jumpers jumped out at 5,000 feet, and we were jumping at 10,000 feet. So when they opened the door at 5,000 feet, and I looked out, and I was like, we're only halfway up to what we're going to be. This is interesting. And so we got up to 10,000 feet, and we jumped tandem. So the lady that was with me, she was, behind me, and you sit on the edge of the plane, and then she taps you and you just jump, and she tapped me and I'm like, let's go. And it was a really amazing experience.
Nice.
My husband, he's like, I don't ever have to do that again. And I was like, well, I kind of thought it was awesome. I would do it.
It was his idea.
It was his idea. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Deweese, do you want to, sorry, I covered up your question here.
Yeah, I think Teresa Mixer Robles says, how long of a runway do you need to take off with the Archer? And is grass okay?
I am really not even sure how long the runway in Springfield is plenty long. I'm sorry, I can't answer that question intelligently. I don't know exactly how long of runway I need to take off, but I do know that when I was in Jacksonville and I soloed, I had never been at that airport before. And when I turned onto the runway, I didn't turn onto the very end of it. I didn't take off from the middle, but I didn't take off from the end of it. And I got the plane up just fine. But my instructor, I think, was a little nervous. Like, she's not at the end of the runway. What's she doing? But it was fine.
But no problem.
Yeah, no problem. I think, grass, I don't know that would be ideal, but yeah, you have to do, I think I have to practice actually soft field landings. So.
Well, you can fly in up by us.
Yeah.
We've got it's a blacktop runway, and then we've also got a grass runway. So.
Okay.
Up in northern Wisconsin. So, okay, Will Fly is asking, how about flying with the foggles?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done that yet?
Yes, I have practiced flying with foggles, and I kind of thought it was fun flying with the foggles. So my instructor had me put the foggles on, and if you're not familiar with foggles, what they are, they look like safety glasses that are all fogged out except for little areas where you can only see your instruments. You can't see outside. So I put the foggles on. He had me put my head down and close my eyes, and he puts the plane in like an unusual attitude. And so he'll say, "Your plane." I have to look up, and just by looking at the instruments, make the correction immediately, and look at the instruments, figure out what the plane's doing, and make the correction. And and so the first time we did that, after we did it once, he said, "Are you doing okay? Are you feeling okay?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, it makes a lot of people airsick to do that, because you're closing your eyes and he's flying the plane around. You don't know, you lose your kind of spatial awareness." And I said, "No, actually, that was a lot of fun. Let's do it again." He's like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, I have flown with the Foggles.
All right. Will Fly said that Springfield's got an 8,000-foot runway, so she's going to be just fine. So.
Yeah, Air Force One has landed here, so.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Who did they drop off?
Obama.
Obama. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And then you see Michelle in here. How proud she is of you. It's been a dream of yours for 18 years, and that she has known you. And it's so inspiring her to watch her realize her dream. Very nice.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, Michelle. I appreciate
a nice friend.
that. She's very nice. She's the best.
Why isn't she take training with you?
It's not her thing, but actually her husband was a pilot until he had some medical issues and he can't fly now, but he was a pilot for many years.
Okay. All right, Krista, you want to take the next one?
Sure.
I don't think this one pertains, though.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Let's see. Did the tandem instructor let her take the toggles? Oh, and let you steer for your skydiving.
Oh, no, huh?
No.
Oh, that one.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, she was in control the whole time.
Okay. Did you scream at all? Did your husband scream?
No, I don't. He might have. I don't know.
All right. Sorry, Krista.
Okay. What's your ultimate goal? Just to get your private pilot license, or do you want to go further?
Yeah, I want to get my instrument rating for sure. And, it's, I don't know. I think it's kind of addicting. Like once you get one rating, you will kind of want to keep going and get more.
So does the instrument rating mean that you can fly at night then?
Well, you can, with just your private pilot's license, you can fly at night, but it has to be VFR, which is visual. It has to be certain weather conditions and that sort of thing. But instrument rating basically means you can fly the plane if, and you wouldn't want to intentionally fly it in bad weather regardless, but you can fly it if you're in weather conditions that you don't have visibility. You can just, fly by your instruments.
All right. Yep. And so when we go down to see Teresa down in Illinois sometime, which I still want to do and go flying with her, we'll come see you or tell you to come over by us.
That would be fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I would love to meet up with you.
Yep. Thanks for joining, Teresa. She's a paramotor pilot instructor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So, all right, Deweese or Krista, do you have any other questions?
It's Deweese's turn.
I want to. There's something. Will Fly says the instrument rating makes you a much safer pilot.
Okay.
Which is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know if there's any kind of emergency equipment that's already built into the airplane.
Emergency equipment.
Like some planes, I know they have ballistic chutes and things like that.
No, not the aircraft that I fly. there, like there's your Cirrus aircraft have built-in parachutes, but those planes are a little out of my league.
Okay. Krista?
Oh yeah. So you talked about before about weather. What is the ultimate or perfect weather conditions for you to fly?
Well, perfect weather conditions would be, basically no wind, no clouds, just a beautiful sunny day, which is ideal. Um,
And right now you're not flying because of the wind, right?
yeah, it has been incredibly windy and raining here.
I think almost everywhere it's been kind of crappy, at least
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Midwest area.
Yeah. I mean, my instructor, when the first time I took the plane out by myself, I just stayed in the pattern and did touch and goes. But he said, if it's over 10 knots, don't go.
Mm.
So it's kind of my threshold.
So Mad Sloper out in Las Vegas is asking, does she plan to buy her own plane? And if so, what? Or I guess, are you does your dad have one?
He does not currently have one. He's had several planes over the years, but I am in a flying club, and there are 4 aircraft in our club. We've got a Cessna 172, 2 Piper Archers, and a Cherokee 6. And I'm training in the Piper Archer. I started in the Cessna 172, which is the high wing airplane, and had a couple lessons in that. My third lesson, it wasn't available, so we flew the Piper Archer, and I was hooked on that. That's what I wanted to train in. That's the plane I like. But so I am happy right now being in my flying club, just being able to check those aircraft out when I want to fly and that sort of thing. I think eventually I would like to have my own airplane, maybe not by myself, but maybe go in with a couple of other people and be able to share the expenses. Would be, and my ideal airplane would probably be a Beechcraft Bonanza.
Okay. So Tony's got a good question. Does she plan on taking up any jumpers?
Oh,
There you go.
I never thought about that. maybe eventually, maybe someday.
Yeah. So I just got a text from my mother, and she's asking, does Misty have to file a flight plan?
I don't have to file a flight plan. I mean, you don't have to. It's recommended to file a flight plan. I mean, it's, safer.
Okay. So tell us about what you have to do, your cross country. Can you explain that?
Yeah. So a cross country is basically over 150 nautical miles and 3 full stops. So I'll fly, for instance, maybe over somewhere in Indiana, and then I'll land there, and then kind of go in a triangle basically, and then fly over to another airport, stop there, refuel, and then back to Springfield.
Okay.
Where would be your, oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Where would be your ideal cross country? Like, where would you go just for fun?
Well, I did cross country with my instructor up to Chicago, and that was a lot of fun. We landed at Executive Airport just north of O'Hare, and then flew along the coast of Lake Michigan, and it was really beautiful. It was a gorgeous sunny day, and it was really beautiful flying along the coast and the cities right there, and it was pretty awesome.
That's nice. That sounds nice.
Yeah, that would be
really,
nice.
really fun.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that one again.
Yeah.
So do you have a time frame when you think you'll be
My instructor is pushing me to, well, not pushing me, but
Get your written test done.
encouraging me to have my schedule my check ride for this summer, like maybe July, maybe July or August.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that'd be neat to have you back on and let us know how you did and
Yeah,
tell us where you've all been.
I'd love to.
What are you planning for yourself?
I think I would, I mean, I think August is a realistic goal to plan it and have all my hours and get everything done. I've got a lot going on with my daughter graduating this year and getting her ready for college, and we've got a summer vacation planned. So I'm, I'm not, it's not a race for me. I'm not, I don't have to have it by any certain time or anything like that. But I do want to have a time in mind to have a goal to set it for.
So, what's the first thing you're going to do when you're on your own?
I am, probably fly to my hometown of Sioux City, Iowa, and pick my dad up and take him for a ride.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Go for breakfast or lunch with him.
Yeah, I think that'll be a pretty awesome. He would love that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ladies, got any other questions? Anybody in the chat have any questions? So is your daughter willing to come on and talk about her adventures that she wants to do with schooling?
I think I might be able to encourage her.
Where is she going to go to school?
She's going the Institute of Aviation in Champaign. And Parkland College is where she'll do her gen eds and to get her degree.
What is her ultimate goal? I know it's stupid to ask you, but
yeah, she wants to be a commercial or corporate pilot.
That's right. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
Forgot.
That's a pretty good goal.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree.
So my husband is saying, can we meet your daughter and introduce her to my son, Brady?
Oh.
Did she run away? She probably left the house.
I think I can maybe persuade her.
Did your mom ever fly?
No. Mm-mm.
No interest?
Nope. No.
It's just
she was actually afraid to fly. She wasn't a big fan of especially small aircraft. My dad could barely get her on a commercial flight.
Oh, wow.
Without, Xanax or something.
Nope.
We got you on.
There she is.
So who do we have here?
Hi, I'm Avery.
Avery. So tell us about what you're planning on doing.
Just, get my pilot's license and then fly for like United or Delta or something. I think that'd be really fun.
Nice. So how long have you wanted to do that?
I just recently figured out that was something I could possibly do and want to do because, he started flying. So I was like, oh, maybe I could do that.
So do you have to go take like normal college classes, like gen ed classes first, like the first probably 2 years or whatever, and then
yeah. So
at what point do you get in hands-on?
I'll have gen eds and ground school, like weather and like all the technical things about a plane, and then also just fly with an instructor.
Very cool. Are you excited? Are you looking forward to graduating?
I am, yeah.
So,
I want to get out of high school.
Yeah. How far away is this college that you'd be going to?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Yep.
Staying home, or are you going to be living on campus?
I'll live close to campus. Parkland doesn't have campus season. So I'm gonna move into an apartment with my best friend that goes to U of I.
So my husband's asking, when you become a pilot, can we use her passes?
Yeah, after us.
We're on standby. Oh yeah, you'll have lots of friends then. Well, it's like that would be cool if we still have the show in another year or two, if we can get you back on to tell us about how your schooling is going and tell us where you're at, and hopefully you get something right away out of school. That would be so amazing.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So Teresa, she says that's awesome. Mother-daughter pilots. My daughter flies a paramotor with her. A great thing to share together. So I even asked Mom. I even asked her. I said, "Well, Mom, did you think about going to school with your daughter?" She said she did.
Avery's like, get your own place.
Party at your own place, Mom. Well, you have fun with that and learn lots.
I'll do my best.
Yep, and if you'll make your grandpa proud, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm sure he's real proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Well, if you want to stick around, and you can ask your mom some questions too.
I don't think I have any questions.
So the guys in here are silly, and they're asking, "Is she single?" Asking for a friend, the daughter. Because now they're trying to. What did you say?
I have a question.
Okay.
On your flight club, you've flown 2 of the planes. 2 are the same. Are you not interested in the 4th one? Sorry, I don't remember the name of it. Cherokee?
Oh, the Cherokee 6.
Okay.
So the Cherokee 6 is a high performance aircraft, and you have to have 100 hours to be certified on that plane. So I won't be flying that plane for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had talked about them, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah. 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 The Cherokee 6 is a 6-passenger plane, and it's got retractable landing gear, and it's in a different league than what I'm in right now.
So at what point then can you take up passengers besides your
Once
instructor?
I get my license.
When you're at that point?
Mhm.
And how many can you take? Does it matter?
No, I mean, as many as
You can cram in there.
as many as well, with the weight restrictions and everything. But
Oh, yeah.
you have to.
Okay. Very interesting.
What does that mean? Does she have any plans on flying anything like a Pitts special?
I'm not sure what that is.
I'm not sure either. Explain, Tony.
Eric is saying, I can hear him saying high performance biplane.
Biplane?
High performance biplane.
Oh.
Snoopy plane.
Strap in.
No idea.
I have flown my instructor has an experimental plane that he built, and I've flown that, and it's a really cool plane. It's a low wing, but it's all glass panel, very modern or whatever. But it's a fun plane to fly. It's got autopilot and all the fun little things on it and stuff. And it's a really fun plane to fly, but that's his plane. So
What about ultralights? Have you thought about that at all?
no, not really.
Okay.
That would be
Louise?
fun, though.
What do you know about ultralights?
Ultralights are nice. They're they're nice to fly. They're just slow, But if you like being open, it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
And Deweese, you started out working towards
Yeah.
your pilot's license too, right?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
few years
I
back,
just
right?
got took and went solo. I flew everywhere. I probably have 100 hours in a plane, but I just went solo. I owned a plane. I wouldn't fly it by myself.
You couldn't get Randy up in it?
Oh yeah, he flew with me. Yeah,
Oh,
and a lot of people flew with me, but I just went solo.
just too scary for you?
I just couldn't. I just could not be in it by myself. I just could not fly it by myself. I flew it, but I just couldn't be in it alone.
What kind of plane was it?
It was a Cessna 175.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, Travis DuPont says the Pitt Special is an acrobat plane.
Okay.
So we expect to see some acro out of you, Misty?
I don't know about that.
Your daughter will show you in her Boeing 7, what are they, 747s?
Acro and a 747.
Right.
That'd be interesting.
No, not while I'm on it, please. Oh. All right. You guys got any further questions?
How long have you been flying, Misty?
I, as far as like starting, like for my pilot's license,
Yes.
I started in September.
Oh,
Is
okay.
when,
So it
mhm.
doesn't take that long then.
No. Mm-mm. Well, and I was going, like initially I was flying about 2-3 days a week. And then winter hit. And then of course, we had some bad weather, some snow and stuff. And then this spring has been a little bit brutal as far as the weather. But I was able to get quite a few hours just since September, just because I was able to go several times a week.
Well, I thought that it would have taken like a couple of years. I guess I don't know. I don't know much about it. That's why I'm learning.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Eric's asking, what other hobbies do you have?
Well, I do CrossFit,
Oh, yeah.
and so that's kind of my other thing. I
Tell them
go.
what you did today.
I did the workout, or WOD, as it's called in CrossFit. Workout of the day was Karen, and that's 150 wall balls. So that's what I did today. So I won't be able to walk up or down stairs tomorrow.
So that's a big medicine ball, and you're throwing
So,
up. How high do you have to throw it?
it's a weighted med ball, and you throw it up to the wall. Women have a 9-foot target. Men have a 10-foot target. And then you catch it down in a squat, and then you stand up and throw it back up at your target again. And yeah, I did 150 of those today. So
Oh, and then the true friend comes out and says, she drinks with me.
yeah, and that too. Yeah, that's my other hobby.
That a girl.
Cheers to that.
So after the medicine balls, you go over to Michelle's house.
Yeah, exactly.
And do you have any other hobbies then?
I do cake decorating.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I used to, like, people would call me and order cakes and stuff, but I kind of retired from that. I just do them for close friends and family now.
Yeah.
Just because it's so time consuming, and now with flying and everything, now I just don't have time for that. But
Right.
it's kind of one of my other things that I do.
What's your favorite type of cake that you've decorated?
Well, I did a wedding cake for one of my good friends, and she loves the Wizard of Oz. And so she wanted a Wizard of Oz themed cake. And so every tier represented a different part of the Wizard of Oz. Like the one tier, well, it had a yellow brick road that went all the way down from the top to the bottom.
Ooh.
But one tier represented Dorothy with blue and white checks. One tier was the poppy field with all red poppies. One tier was the scarecrow. One tier was the lion or the tin man. Yeah, that was a really that cake took a long time.
A lot of detail.
A lot of detail. Yeah,
And you use fondant?
I do. For some, yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. So your daughter gets nice fancy cakes for her birthday then?
She does.
Graduation coming up.
Yep. Yep.
All of
She's
them.
the youngest.
What's
Is she
that?
the youngest? Is
She's
she the youngest?
baby. Yeah. She's the baby. She's kind of like an only child. They're 9 years between them? Okay, 10 years between her and the youngest of the other three.
Oh yeah.
So
They were all gone by the time I was 8. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You are like an only child.
mhm.
Yeah.
She's spoiled like one too.
Yeah.
Avery, what kind of hobbies do you have?
I really don't have that many hobbies. I like to drive around, like just like the town, I guess.
Little teenager.
That's
I don't know. Is that a hobby? I don't know. That counts.
you go to concerts and you travel.
Yeah, I like traveling and I like just hanging out with my friends.
Nice. Typical teenager.
Yeah.
Are you in any sports or anything?
Nope.
No.
I used to take piano lessons, but
And you were into horseback riding.
that was a while ago.
Yeah. It
She was
wasn't
forced into it? Is that what you said, Mom?
No, she well the piano maybe. But, no, she used to take horseback riding lessons,
Nice.
and she was jumping her horse, and we got pretty good.
Yeah. And then I got busy, and then it just stopped.
I believe Teresa over in Quincy, I don't know if she has a horse or if she does or not, but I know she's into horses too. So yeah, she'd maybe be one to connect with. So, and she's got I don't know if her daughter's in the area yet or not. So she'd be somebody to connect with. That's for sure. I look forward to meeting her too. All right, guess what time it is? It's almost an hour. Do you believe it?
That flew by.
Right.
It goes by fast.
Yeah. So, anybody have any other questions at all? We'll take a couple more. Otherwise, the gals are willing to come in to the after show for a little bit, and Eric just put the link in there. And if you guys want to ask her any further questions or just say hi, that would be great. So,
Do you think, oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
Do you think your other daughters would have been into flying also had you done it sooner?
No, I don't think so. I don't think. I mean, none of them are afraid to fly or anything, but they don't have. I don't think they have the aviation bug like Avery does.
How far away are the other gals?
My oldest daughter is in Sioux City, Iowa.
Okay.
She lives in my hometown. She lived with my parents while she was going to school. And so she ended up getting a job there and ended up just staying in Sioux City.
Okay.
And then my other daughter, Lindsay, is in Austin, Texas. And then Abby is here in Springfield.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to having you back on sometime and getting updates. And you're more than welcome also to come in on the chat and let us know how you're doing also.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And yeah, once I get my license, I would love to come back and tell you all about how the check ride went.
Definitely. That would be great.
We'd like to know. Yeah.
All right. So, Deweese, where can we find you on social media?
Facebook, Deweese Milstead. YouTube under Deweese Milstead. Instagram is Deweese Milstead, and TikTok Wheezy RN.
All right, Krista.
Here on Wednesday nights.
All right.
You're so easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
She is on Facebook
Yeah, I'm just really not.
occasionally. She's just
I'm on the
camper
computer.
and you're a what?
I'm on the computer all day at work. The last thing I want to do is
I hear you.
that. So I'm
I
a
hear
chill
you.
at home kind of person.
All right, and you can reach me at my Facebook at Jade Lear and contact me if you're a woman interested in joining on the show and telling your story of how you got into the sky or fell out of the sky. Otherwise, I'm on Instagram at Flying Flamingo Jade and occasionally on TikTok at same Flying Flamingo Jade. Otherwise, until then, thank you everybody and give us a thumbs up, please, and see you next week and share our page. Have a good night, everyone.